You right, darling?
Yeah,
You do me. See you want then.
she doesn't want to drink until she's happy.
She, you've really like crawled down that bed as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and then when you come back, I'll give you a gown, and you can put it down in the just to do, okay? Oh, bless you, beat you to it.
Oh, I've got evil eyes too. Everyone keeps missing the
There you
belly
go,
button.
darling.
There we go.
So we're going to theatre, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, let's have a baby then. So some big movements, but not that big a movement to shift around.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Welcome, my love. Then once you've been to the loo, if you want to, that one.
I don't know where I'm going to be in this one because I won't be able to put me in vocal cord, will I?
What they'll do is they'll leave the cord long, and then we go over to check on baby.
I know, but it's a family thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like a religious thing.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it.
I've not been able to do it.
Oh,
yet.
bless you.
And this will be my last.
Yeah.
But because I've accepted this
Yeah.
scenario, I know.
That's where we're at. Yeah. They still do today's cord camping, so leave it at least a minute as long as she's happy, and then we'll leave it long so you will.
Yeah, I can do that. But
Yeah.
Yeah. 90% almost.
I know, some things are just, out of our control, aren't they?
Don't worry about your bomb stuff. It's going to be sticking out for another hour. You're going to be alright there. Like that tissue before you sit down again. The dispenser in there in the worst possible position to sit on the toilet with. Somebody got upset.
Oh, bless her.
She told me about. You've seen the notes on the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going through court proceedings. We're
Yeah.
dealing with that because it's been a total mob mentality.
I just said to her, how we found you, the social worker,
Yeah.
because it's a real mix.
They didn't want us to even
Wow.
represent with each other, and we might actually have them on a an
Wanted
added.
to get separate solicitors, one for you, one for her.
Yeah, so they could control the outcome.
Right.
We didn't do too well in the first court side of it, but
Yeah.
I've spent an awful lot to get this proper lawyers, and they're out of town. They're London based. They're on the website when I looked them up, and they wouldn't take the case if they weren't sure.
Yeah.
And that's given us a lot more
Hope.
well, ability to sleep because I've been stayed away from the home.
Right.
And that's the situation that they've only been able to succeed for 18 months
Yeah.
to end with no results. I go home at what's the point?
So
I mean,
are you staying with your family?
no, I've got my own flat.
Okay, fab.
Like I say, it's a long story, but
Yeah.
It turned out to be convenient, that flat, in the end,
Yeah.
to have it. I just didn't want to spend my inheritance furnishing it.
Yeah.
Which I haven't really done much. I've got
Yeah, just make
French
it like
freezer,
what you need, isn't it?
a second-hand cooker, and a
Yeah.
second-hand washing machine, but you make the best still.
Yeah.
My twins had everything on the money-wise, and my two oldest.
Yeah.
They got a brand new TV and stuff like that, but it's not about that. We don't buy our love. It's all on the expenses of things that we don't have to worry about, shoes and stuff. I was just talking to her about that situation.
Yeah. So what will you be for like a discharge planning meeting then before when you?
No, they wanted to go to court, and
Okay.
our lawyers have
not
been
done
so
yet.
far,
Yeah.
but our lawyers have been so far successful in stopping them jumping the gun.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're in a good position with
You're
everything.
better standing up and okay. Baby looks happy, so as long as the doctor is happy to keep you off, I'll say, can we just keep you off the monitor for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, should we help you on with this? So then, do you want to take this one off first, your hand or
Yeah.
Yeah, bless you.
You need to know what the legal situation is.
Yeah.
They've got no legal control over this one at the moment.
Yeah,
That's what
good.
they're trying to succeed. But
Okay.
they will fail because we're doing perjury in
Yeah.
court. They suppressed evidence.
Oh, really?
Didn't even
They're
supply
trying to
evidence
rush
when they
it,
could have.
quite a bit after she's born.
I'll give you an
Well,
example.
when do they get involved? From the off or?
Since
Since
the twins and
This one needs to be-
yeah, it wasn't just
Right,
that.
tell me about it.
The It goes quite far back. Our next door neighbour is affiliated with them, and she really hates sharing the car parking space.
Yeah.
And I think she got promoted and set this up because we had really irrational complaints that
Yeah.
everyone's accepted to be real. Like
Yeah, okay. Just going by like
Yeah.
by like
So
the
the best one that we're actually going to get addressed now is this racism claim as well.
Yeah.
Apparently they have evidence of me being racist but wouldn't supply it to court. Where I said, get the evidence because clearly it proves I'm not.
Yeah.
So they just wanted to say we've got it but we're not going to show it. I know. Look,
Well,
she's
you're-
like
you're-
the 100th
so
person
you're-
to talk to.
yeah.
It's, I'm fine talking
So
about
we
it.
are. I'm part of a community team. We support women with mental health and things like that. So we have a lot to do with safeguarding, but more so kind of back in, so being more of an
Yeah,
advocate
yeah.
and kind of being the person going, oh wait a minute, hang fire with that. So that's kind of why I ask.
Well, and we totally understand if you have
Yeah.
to do a procedure to control some sort of scenario because I've been labelled as much as the devil has.
Yeah. So what? So the plan is then.
Oh,
they
there was
want-
another thing as well. They claimed paedophilia very early on.
Yeah.
We succeeded in proving that wasn't the case because they took all my gadgets and did
Yeah.
all their tests and nothing
Nothing.
leading to it
Yeah.
at all. It was hearsay.
Yeah.
It was a tactic to put a level of control over us at that time.
Yeah.
And
So-
then the racism one is the camera footage they won't supply. Because my second daughter, we've suspected she's got a form of ADHD. There's whole issues around that, and they're claiming it's mental health issues because of the father, but they won't get her assessed properly for ADHD. And they have done many stages to stop it.
Oh, she's just in the bed there. What's the plan after? I'm just going to kind of get engaged.
well-
So afterwards, it's that you need. I'll let the social worker know that Bev's here, and then
Yeah.
they're going to get
No,
someone to come
they
in.
have
to
no legal dispute right now. They haven't got to the court to add her to this injunction that's already for the other children.
Right.
And that's why our lawyers probably put already a stop to it because we put in for a perjury.
But what about this on post-natal board? Is it that they're providing someone to come in?
No, nothing.
Let me
Because
just-
they haven't succeeded in court, they know they don't have a legal battle.
Okay. Let me just clarify it then, because I don't want anything to hold you
Yeah,
up from going.
I understand.
All right.
I'm not worried. They'll say that they want to be here or need to be here, that's fine.
Okay.
But they also know that they have to speak to their legal team about it because their legal team have already stopped them from doing one other thing already.
Right. Let me get on it then, guys. Okay.
Alright.
Are you happy with your movements, though, lovely?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. She has to, it's part of the job. It's fair enough to understand. Yeah, I should check my email, see if we want to put something to say. That's all. That's lovely, isn't it? The work being done, you probably want a couple of them good. Yeah, right. Worked over here, it didn't work over there.
Left message of our safeguarding the class, and can you please clarify this for us? I don't want it to kind of hold you guys,
But they definitely haven't had the injunction go through because that court case hasn't happened yet.
Right. Did you get a copy of your birth safety plan? Like what happens afterwards, like are you going?
Oh, social services?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. They haven't been successful with it yet. So we're in a technical loophole where I'm allowed to actually care for my partner and my child.
So it's not been
It's not official.
No.
They haven't got a plan.
we've had a meeting but not.
Yeah, we talked to us about on that meeting because they decided to have one without us, didn't they?
Right, okay.
And since our lawyers are now one lawyer,
Yeah.
they seem to have gone quiet.
Because they've got a bit more joined approach.
I mean, I can prove that through my emails if you like.
They're
Not a
not
problem.
doing support till I think it's
I've even-
17th.
Okay.
Well, I'll read the third, so
The
yeah.
17th. Okay. So what are you saying, Chris? With this birth safety plan that you guys they haven't shared this with you?
They haven't got one.
They haven't got. I mean, we've got one on our online notes.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, that's naughty. They're not supposed to do that until it's gone through the court.
Okay.
So to
You need, when you contact them, ask
Yeah.
to have their legal team talk about it.
Okay.
Because they have, I mean, the severest one we've got is what I mentioned to the doctor just now, was when they stopped Max's operation, and then I got blamed for it in the court because apparently we didn't turn up. But they cancelled it. We've got evidence that they suppressed in court.
Right.
So we're going back to court and doing them for perjury.
Right. Okay, let me see if I can get. I just don't want it to hold you up on the other side.
I know it's confusing, but ask to speak to their legal team. Anyone else is just going to agree.
It's showing that report that they will get a copy, regardless of whether they go to court or not. So they've practically...
They've gone and done it without it being official.
So... And they're going to bring that... Tempted to have a fag right now.
Lock off.